Hey guys, how you doing? Ron Raymond here from the Raymond Report with your MLB baseball preview and prediction for a Wednesday, June 30th. Hope you're having yourself a good start to your day. As always, don't forget, subscribe to our channel by tapping that notification bell in the top right-hand corner or hit the subscribe button below this video if you are watching on a mobile device. Today's podcast brought to you by bullpenpicks.com. Anybody can play, anybody can join, and you want to follow the top pickers today at bullpenpicks.com. And then our leader is still Mags, Dom at 786. We got a new second place leader in game, Jerry D. Harris at 702. And the sniper, underdog sniper, is at 649. And those are your top three pickers today at bullpenpicks.com. And no hot pickers to follow right now. And folks, anytime you go a perfect night, you get a gold glove. And Eddie O is our leader with 2 gold gloves. And you can pick up a gold glove by having a perfect night right here at bullpenpicks.com. All right, let's get to the action here today. We got some afternoon delights kicking off at Busch Stadium today on June 30th. You got Kwang Young Kim going to get the starting assignment for the Cardinals. He'll be up against Riley Smith of the Arizona Diamondbacks. Now the Cards a 200 favorite, coming off that 3-2 win last night over Arizona. And looking at the computer forecast, going to go with the Cards here, 4.08, 3.63, the over-under at 7.71. Kwang Kim and the Cards have a 42% chance of winning according to the Raymond Report Law of Average Theory. 86% for the D-backs, who are on a 3-game losing streak, while the Cards are now on a 2-game win streak. Their last 2 have gone under the total, and they are now 39-41 on the season. 2 games can get them back to 500. Cubs and Brewers, good game last night. In fact, a 2-1 final for the Brew Crew. And we have an undecided pitcher yet for Milwaukee going up against Jake Arrieta of the Cubs. And we'll just give you the forecast here. 3.21 for Chicago, 2.54 for Milwaukee, the over-under at 5.75. And looking at Chicago right now, they're mirrored in a 5-game losing streak. They're 42-38 on the year, while Milwaukee 47-33. And my line on the game, I had them at minus 194, and you can see that they're at 235. And your Kogo, the chance of this game going over the total, based on the law of average theory, 57%. Pittsburgh taking on the Colorado Rockies. Rockies winning 8-0 yesterday at Coors Field. You don't see that very often, teams getting blanked at Coors. And Pittsburgh going to send Chad Kuhl to the hill today. The over is 8-1 in Kuhl starts this season, while John Gray will get the starting nod for the Rockies. And the computer pick going to lean with the team that's favored, minus 149 for Colorado. 5.29, 4.7, the over-under at 9.99. We got a Gretzky right there. Look at that. You don't get too many Gretzkys right here when you get the total, eh? All right, last 3 games for Colorado have gone under the total. And looking at some of the records here, 33-47 for Colorado, 29-49 for Pittsburgh. All right, you know what? This was an interesting game last night. The 4 runs were scored in the first 2 innings in that game, and the final was 4-3. Tampa Bay, I'll tell you, they're a good team to watch, and you're never out if you're Tampa Bay. You can be down 4-0, and they'll still make a game out of it. Unfortunately, they came on the short side of the stick last night. Drew Rasmussen going to go here for the Rays. And, one thing, you got to feel bad for Tampa Bay. Their pitching the last couple of years just been hit with injuries. And you get all these new starters that come in. Now, Drew Rasmussen going to come in for the Rays. He'll be up against John Lester, the veteran here for Washington. Now, the bookmaker going to give the Rays a lot of respect here. Minus 114 is the price tag. The over-under set at 10. ATS forecast, computer pick, going to lean with Tampa Bay here. 6.2 to 4.5, the over-under at 10.75. Washington on a 3-game win streak. Believe it or not, just like Cincinnati the last week, they snuck up on you. They're now 39-38 on the season, while Tampa Bay is 47-33. The Halo is going to play, I think, the last game here today at Yankee Stadium. New York, a 125 favorite. Big win last night. They needed that because, Boone's, they're calling for Boone's head right now in New York. And the Yankees responded with a big win, 11-5. I think that'll calm down the storm just a bit until they go back on another losing streak. But you know what? If you're a Yankee fan, you just got to wonder what's going on in New York, right? The bench looks emotionless. And we're not used to seeing a Yankee team looking like this quiet, right? Veteran team, though. Veteran team. Minus 125 is the price tag here on New York. The over-under set at 9.5. ATS forecast, computer pick. Going to go with Domingo Germán and the New York Yankees. 5.54, 4.6. The over-under set at 9.5. Shohei Ohtani going to go here for the Angels. They're 6-6 in his starts. And Seattle, LA on the season, 38-41, while the New York Yankees still, even though they're having what we think is struggling, 41-38 on the year. The scrappy Miami Marlins going to take on the Philadelphia Phillies. Now the Phillies winning last night 4-3. They're going to take on Jordan Holloway and the Miami Marlins. Aaron Nola going to get the starting nod here today for the Phillies. And looking at the computer pick, still no line out on this game. So you know what? Check the website for the latest forecast, but for entertainment purposes only. 3.59, 2.6, the over-under at 5.9. But again, this will change once we get line, so check the website for the latest. And keep an eye on the Marlins because the last 3 games have gone under the total. Seattle taking on the Toronto Blue Jays. Blue Jays putting a 9 spot on the Mariners last night, winning 9-3. The over-under today's game is 10.5. Blue Jays a minus 205 favorite in this one. They're going to send Steven Matz. He hasn't pitched in a while. I think he's coming off the COVID-19 protocol. And Justice Sheffield going to go for the Mariners. And we do have the Blue Jays winning again. 7.4 to 3.3, the over-under at 10.7. Seattle now on a 3-game losing streak, while the Blue Jays on a 3-game win streak. San Diego taking on the Cincinnati Reds, and looking at the line on this game, minus 173 for the Padres, the over-under set at 10. ATS forecast, computer pick, going to lead with the Padres here, 6.7 to 2.9, the over-under at 9.69. 58% chance of winning here today for the Reds, compared to 37 for the Padres. Joe Musgrove going to toe the rubber here for the Padres. He'll be up against Vladimir Gutierrez of Cincinnati. And San Diego now on a 2-game win streak. We had their line here at minus 191. So you can see that right there, minus 191. And the bookmakers are going to give you a little discount here at 173. And for the over-under at 10. And our Kogo, the chance of this game going over the total is at 48%. Kansas City taking on the Boston Red Sox. Now the Bull Sox coming back last night, winning 7-6. Martin Perez going to go here today against Mike Minor of Kansas City. Peter Pick going to go with the Bull Sox here, 6.5 to 5.3. The over-under at 11.89. The Boston Red Sox on a 5-game win streak, while Kansas City going to have to stop the bleeding here. They're on a 7-game slide, and Mike Minor will hopefully stop the bleeding today. 9-8 for Kansas City when Minor starts. Cleveland, Detroit, this game was rained out yesterday, so they're going to play it today. Still no line on this game here, so again, check the website for the latest. Atlanta taking on the New York Mets. Now, the Mets coming from behind last night to win that game. That was a good game. I watched a bit some of that game, and the bookmakers have made the Braves a 145 favorite here today. My line was plus 105, so you can see they're a bit overvalued here today. Max Fried going to go for Atlanta. He's up against David Peterson of the New York Mets. And looking at the last 5 games for Atlanta have gone under the total, but we got them winning 5.8 to 4.3, the over-under at 10.18. And Atlanta on the year, 37-41, while the Mets are 41-34. Houston on a 3-game lose streak. You know, it's funny how things work in cycles, right? And that's what the Raymond Report's all about. Value, the value percentage play, and performance cycles. And, you know, Houston went on that nice little win streak last week. And what goes up must come down, and now they're going down. They're on a 3-game losing streak. And what's concerning a bit is they're losing to the Baltimore Orioles, who are 26-54 on the year, and they're not losing. They're getting smoked. 13-3 last night against the O's. And looking at today's starting pitcher, you got Luis Garcia up against Matt Harvey of the Baltimore Orioles. Now the bookmakers still respect the Astros, minus 298. My line was 244, so you can see a bit overvalued here. 5.3 to 3.5, the over-under at 8.81. And the first pitch tonight at Minute Maid Park is at 8:10. All right, Chicago White Sox taking on the Minnesota Twins. The Twins losing 7-6 yesterday to the Chicago White Sox. And you got Dylan Cease going up against Bailey Ober here today of the Twins. And looking at the computer forecast, we do like a Twins victory here. 4.7 to 4.3, the over-under at 9.08. The Minnesota Twins are 33-44 on the year, while Chicago is 47-31, and they are on a 3-game winning streak. And your last game on the board here tonight, it's a 9:40 first pitch start in Oakland. And Oakland got a little bit surprised last night by the Texas Rangers. In fact, it was a 5-4 win for Texas last night. And let me see here, looking at the line, minus 189 is the line. The over-under set at 8. ATS forecast, computer pick, gonna lean with the Oakland A's here, 4 to 2.5. The over-under at 6.5. Kobe Allard gonna go here for the Rangers. He'll be up against Oakland's best, Chris Bassett, and they're 12-6 in his starts. And looking at Oakland on the season, 47-34, while the Rangers are 31-48. The Kogo on this game, I had it at 46%, and the chance of winning at 54%, favoring Oakland. All right, let's get to everybody's favorite here, the Trends Are Your Friends segment. And what we do in this segment is we go to our 80% club, and we go look for stats that have an 80% or higher winning percentage. And we're going to kick it off with the Brew Crew here. Milwaukee 12-1 as a 220-240 home favorite when the total's between 7 and 8. That's since 1996. And the over 10-1 for Cincinnati as a 160-180 home dog during a night game the last 5 years. So interesting home dog scenario here. Cardinals 9-1 as a 180-200 home favorite coming off a 2-game win streak the last 2 seasons. And let me see here, the Brew Crew, we've already did this one. Oakland 9-1 as a 180-200 home favorite coming off a game that went over the total the last 3 years. That's a nice 90% angle. And I like this one here. The White Sox 13-2 as on a home team after a conference game the current season. Now the reason I like it is because of the current season, right? Anytime you get last 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 years, then you're not dealing with the same core of players, right? But when I get these current season ones, then I know it's that core of players. The Rockies 11-2. When they're a 140-160 home favorite at Coors, and they played as a home favorite the last 2 years, so that's pretty good right there. The Brew Crew 11-2, we did that one, and let me find one more here. Let's go to Seattle. The under is 15-3 for the Mariners as an away team when they're coming off a 5-game road trip the last 5 years. So basically, Seattle when they're on their 6th game, so they're coming off a 5-game road trip. The next game is 15-3 to the under, and that's 83.3%. And let's go take a look, one more look at the other 80% club. We got 2 80% clubs here at ATS Stats. We got the old one and the new one. And, some people like the old one a little bit better. But, you know what, they're both just as good. New York Mets, home or away this season, coming off an under, 12-3 in the next game. Houston, as a home team this season, with 2 overs or more, 8-2 in the following game to the over. Straight up. And let me see, we got any more here? Toronto Blue Jays. So the Toronto Blue Jays as a home team versus a non-division opponent, which Seattle is, versus an AL West opponent, which Seattle is, and they're coming off a 6-run win, and they scored 9 or less runs in their last games, 8-2 straight up in their next game. Not bad right there. And let me see here. Let's take another look. Let's go with one more here. Arizona. Okay, let's do this one under. Arizona is a road team the last 4 years before a division game, coming off 2 games that went under, and they're coming off a road loss as an underdog. 80% to the under, 8-2 for the under. So there you have it. Those are the stats today at atsstats.com. Don't forget, folks, you can get my picks each and every day for free. Just go to bullpenpicks.com, go to most followed, and you can see what I did there yesterday. And 6-9, better than the day before where I was 2-11. But I told you, we're just climbing there one strike at a time here, and we'll get back to that winning record. But you know what? Looking at my score overall, I think I'm like at 515, so I'm still doing all right. And on the season, in my last 100 picks, I'm 33, 40, 43, 43 and 43 and 47. So yeah, I was at 65. So it just, one of those hiccups right now, right? But follow the top pickers each and every day. And the way this site works is you want to go to following, and the people you follow, you can see Muss here already made the selections, and you can follow their picks, not just my picks. You want to follow the beauty about the site, and I already did a video on it. If you go to the YouTube channel and look for how to validate your picks, the beauty of this site is you want to follow the hot hand, right? And these guys here right now are hot, and that's why it's always important to follow and follow winners, right? People who win on a daily basis. All right, there you have it. That is the Raymond Report for a Wednesday, hump day. It is June 30th. Hopefully you guys have yourself a great rest of your day. As always, shop for value, play those percentages. We'll see you back shortly with another Raymond Report. Cheers.